Vincent, we are exploring the mood of Europe today. A lot of people saying things are looking better. We've got a pretty good summit. Supposedly the feedback loop between sovereigns and banks has been slightly severed for the moment. Not a bad bond auction out of Spain. A budget passed by the cabinet in Italy. Bank shares up. Is this the turning point? Do you think?
No, I don't. I think that the direction of travel is still very much in a straight line, unfortunately. The summit, I mean, it's 10 days since the summit now, and there was quite a sort of feel-good factor coming out of it, primarily because expectations from the summit were incredibly low, and they were just about exceeded by the communique that the leaders put out. I mean, one of the big things that happened actually as a result of the summit was that Ireland was able to get back into the markets this week. So, yes, there were tangible benefits from the summit, but in the scheme of things, and given the scale of the problems that the Eurozone faces, really you'd have to have 100 more of these in order to get even up to the crisis rather than beyond it.
And some people even put the ECB rate cut in the bucket of positive move. I mean, are zero interest rates a positive thing?
I think that the motivation for the ECB rate cut must be because there was other monetary policy initiatives also announced on Thursday. That global policymakers must be getting very worried about the sort of cumulative effect of all of these pieces of bad news. The most acute of which, obviously, is the Eurozone crisis. So I think that actually the ECB's rate cut is not a sort of feel-good step from the summit. It's a sort of, hang on a second, actually it's even worse than we thought kind of moment.
Sure, and let's return to the flashpoints. I mean, Greece has barely been in the news for the last 2 weeks. What's going on there?
Well, it's barely been in the news for the last 2 weeks because the government has sort of gone to ground after the very controversial election back in the middle of June. And the Prime Minister then required hospital treatment, and then the Finance Minister collapsed and was replaced by another Finance Minister. So it's been a very rocky start for the new government. And I think they're just about getting their feet under the table now, and they have more or less admitted that they can't really ask for new terms for the second bailout because they just won't get them.
And the next thing to look out for Greece is how far away?
The next thing to look out for Greece is coming up the tracks very quickly, which is that they need some more money from the second bailout, and they have various things to do before they can qualify to get it. That's like literally, a couple of weeks down the line. They're just not prepared, and I just wonder whether they can actually do that. But they absolutely need to do it, or, the positive result from the Greek election is another illusion.
So some positive points, but still our base case remains that we should be sort of sceptical and weary. Thank you, Vincent.